Well, welcome back. Good morning. Welcome back to another study guide with Mr. Lamb. We're going to go over the Unit 3 Advanced Math Study Guide. We're going to go over all the questions, make sure that there are no misconceptions, make sure that you can check your answers against my answers and understand all the stuff for the test on Friday. So let's go ahead and get started. So we'll start right here with question number 3. It says, which of the well, actually, this is question number 1, but it is question number 3 on your study guide, although it is question number 1 for the study guide. Which of the following ratios shows the comparison of the number of circles in set B to the number of circles in set A in the image below? Well, we know whenever you write ratio, we always do the order in which it's asked. So we're going to do B first and A second. So we're looking for circles in B. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 5 of them. And there are to this number of circles in set A, and there are 3 circles in set A. So we're looking for a 5 to 3 relationship. So we're looking for a 5 to 3 relationship. Okay, so the answer for question number 1 obviously is 5 to 3. Okay, let's go ahead and go on to the next question, which is question number 2, which is question number 4, which is going to be confusing throughout this whole thing. So from now on, I'm just using the number question from the study guide. So this is question number 2. Ross has a bag of 50 marbles. Inside the bag, there are 17 red. So we have 17 red and 15 green and 15 green. It says, what is the ratio of the green marbles to red marbles? So we want green first and red second. So we're going to change that around to be 15 to 17. So we're looking for 15 to 17. And of course, we know that a colon is the same as the number 2, or excuse me, the number 2, the word 2. So 15 to 17 would be the answer for the second question on the study guide. So I'm going to be erasing as we go a little bit, just so that we don't have to have all this stuff cluttering up the screen. So here we go. We'll go on to question number 3. I'll pull this up a little bit. Okay, in the image below, which of the following shows the equivalent relationship? Equivalent relationship. That's important. So equivalent relationship is going to be important, right? Of shirts to the total pieces of clothing. So we're looking for shirts to total. Well, 2, 4, 6 shirts, 11 total. So we're looking for a relationship of 6 to 11, right? Because we're looking for shirts to all things. So we're going to use 6 to 11. But we're looking for equivalents. So now we're looking for things that mean the same as 6 to 11. Well, 12 to 22, if I multiply 6 by 2 and 11 by 2, I get 12 to 22. So this one is also correct, right? And then if I multiply 6 and 11 by 3, I'll get 18 to 33. So this one is also correct. Okay, since we're looking for equivalent, we don't care really about the way they're written. Although since we had 6 to 11 there, we will also pick the colon 6 to 11 because it's correct also. So the answers are going to be, and let me erase those so you can see them a little better. So the answers are going to be 6 to 11, 12 to 22, 6 to 11, and 18 to 33. So for this one, there are 4 correct answers. Let's move on to question number 4. So down here we have question number 4. It says the chart below shows the relationship between the number of pencils purchased and the cost of the pencils. What is the total cost of 30 pencils? Well, we know, and this is the easiest way probably to do it, we know that 10 pencils are $1.20, right? So if 10 are $1.20, and we want to know what 30 are, we can probably find this missing thing just by multiplying $1.20 times 30 and then dividing by 10. Or if you think about it, this has been multiplied by 3, right? So this has to be multiplied by 3. So $1.20 times 3 it's going to give us $3.60. Okay, so $3.60 is the answer we're looking for. So there we go. That's question number 4. And again, I'll erase as we go just to get rid of all of this so we don't have to see it on the screen. Okay, so now we'll go on to number 7. It says identify the unit rate of the table. I think we can make this a little bigger if we wanted to. Let me move this over just a little bit. Okay, so identify the unit rate of the table. Now, unit rate means how much for 1. Okay, so it means how much for 1. So we know that 3 cost us $15. So 3 costs us 15. So the question is, what would 1 cost us? Well, we divided by 3 here. So we're going to divide by 3 here. And that's going to tell us that if 3 costs 15, 1 costs $5. Okay, so unit rate usually written the other way. But that doesn't matter. We know the answer is $5 for 1. So the unit rate is 1 for $5. So all you had to do is figure out the unit rate anytime you see that. Just remember how much for 1. Just for future reference. Rate usually goes on the bottom. I'll fix that next time we do one. Okay, so that's question number 5. So let's go on to question number 6. It says type your answer in the box using the $sign. Determine the cost of 6 items. So this is a table. It's an equivalent table, right? So if 1 is $3.50 and 2 is $7 and 4 is $14, well, if 1, I keep forgetting to hit my pen here. If 1, let's do it the right way, $3.50 for 1 unit rate, right, equals X for 6. Well, this is a pretty simple question, right? All I really have to do, multiply these two together, right? So I have 350 times 6 equals $21. So it says, now remember, you got to read what the directions say. It says type your answer in the box using the $sign. So $sign 21, and I would make sure it looks like money. So I would make it 21.00. Hopefully that's what they did on the answer key. Okay, so again, how do you find that? Well, if 1 costs $3.50, 6 just costs 6 times as much. Just multiply by 6. Get rid of all of this. Move on to question number 7. So here we go. We have question number 7. If there is a proportional relationship based on the situation below. Is there a proportional relationship based on the situation below? Okay, so we know that proportional means that we can set these up. If 15 for 1, then it should be the same 2. So we have 25 for 2. If this is true, then this and this should be equal. And we can see right away they're not, right? 30 here, 25 here. Obviously, this isn't a proportional relationship. 1, 15, 2 should have been 30, 3 should have been 45. So you can see right away that this is not a proportional relationship. And we use this fancy thing called a constant of proportionality, which just means, are we always multiplying by the same number, right? Constant, always doing the same thing. Of proportionality, are we multiplying by the same number? And obviously we're not. We should have multiplied each one of those by 15, but obviously they weren't, so therefore they are not proportional. And that's question number 7. Let me get rid of all of that, and we'll move on to question number 8. Every time I see that other number there, it kind of freaks me out. It says, is this a proportional relationship in the graph below? Well, this is probably the easiest question on the entire test, right? Because we know for a graph to be proportional, 2 things have to be true. Has to be a straight line, and this is a straight line. But it has to go through the origin. It has to go through, probably going to do that every time. It has to go through the origin, right? And this does not start, nor does it go through the origin. So therefore, it can't be proportional because it doesn't go through the origin. Has to go through the origin, has to be a straight line for a graph to show a proportional relationship. So we can get rid of this one. We have now answered question number 8, and let's keep going. So now that was number 8. Oh no, I pulled the thing instead of the page. So now we're going to have to get to question number 9. Oh my goodness, I messed everything up, but that's okay. It says, which statement below is true based on the given ratio? Well, first off, we have to look at the given ratio. Now they're saying, okay, so which statement below is true based on the given ratio in the image? Well, this image has 3 stars for every 6 circles. This thing says there are 6 stars for every 3 circles. That's not true. There's only 3 stars. Okay, there are 3 stars for every 3 circles. That's not true. There are 2 stars for every 1 circle. Well, that sounds a little closer. There's 2. Oh, no, that can't be right either. So there are 2 circles for every star. Well, let's see if that's true. So here, did it again. Told you I'm going to do it every time. Okay, there's one time when it's true, right? There are 2 circles for every star. There are 2 circles for every star. There are 2 circles for every star. Again, what is this called? It's called an equivalent relationship, right? So equivalent relationships, there should be 2 circles. I wish it would stop doing that. There should be 2 circles for every star. Okay, again, looks like an easy question, easy to mess that question up. Let's go on to question number 10. It says, William purchased 12 large pizzas at Pizza Zone. Must be having a party. The total cost of the pizza was $144. Ooh, that's a lot of pizza. Which table below represents the situation? Well, again, the easiest thing to do here is to probably figure out the unit cost, right? I have 144 pizzas. I bought 12 of them, right? So how much did each one cost? Well, 144 divided by 12. I grab my calculator, and I get that there are $12 per pizza. So now we just have to find the table that tells us that every pizza is $12. Well, 1 is 12, 2 is 24, 6 is 72. Those all sound like they're correct. What's 9 times 12? 9 times 12 is 108. So 1 times 12, 12, 2 times 12, 24, 6 times 12, 72, 9 times 12, 108. So which one is correct? That very first one is correct. But let's just check and see if everything else makes sense. Well, we know they bought 12 pizzas for $144. So this one can't be right, right? Okay, this one pizza is $12. This one can't be right. This one, how can 1 pizza be $12 and 2 pizzas be $12? Can't be right. So definitely we have the right answer for number 10. Let's move on. Get rid of all of this so it doesn't stay on my screen. Okay, so now we go on to number 11. Whoa, number 11 looks like it's got a lot of stuff in it. It says, select all the correct answers which represent the following situation. John receives $6 per week for allowance if he completes all of his chores. So again, what are we looking at? We're saying for 1 week, he makes $6. Well, then we would know that for 2 weeks, he would make $12. And for 3 weeks, he would make $18. All of those make sense, right? So now let's look at our tables, and we got 1 is 6, 2 is 12, 5 is 30, 10 is 60. Well, we can check all of those, and it looks like, let's see, 1 is 6. Yeah, I like that. 2 is 12. 2 times 6 is 12. 5 times 6 is 30. 10 times 6 is 60. Yeah, this one's true. 1 times 6 is 6. 2 times 12. Ooh, 3 times 12. 3 times 6 is not 24. How about this one? 1, 6, 2, 12, 5, 24. Come on, 5 times 6 isn't 24. It can't be right. Now, what about these tables? Well, these tables are small. Well, first off, this is proportional, right? Which means because it would have to go through 0, 0. Those two can't be right. The other one's really small. They want more than one correct answer. We'll make it bigger and look. So this should show 1 at 6, 2, it doesn't even go up to 12. But we're going to say this one's correct based on the fact that they're giving us a graph. It's the only proportional graph. 1 goes through 6. We're gonna say that one is correct. So then, okay, so we have the first table, and so we have what? A and F as the correct answers. Again, let me get rid of all of this writing stuff. Okay, let's move on. We're going to pull this up and do question number 12. Sierra needs new film for her Polaroid camera. The unit rate to determine which of the following is a better deal. So now, again, this means we're going to have to do unit rate for every one of these. So again, grab that calculator, right? It says 60 cost me $34.88. So I put $34.88 in my calculator. I put $34.88. And I'm going to divide it by 60 because I need to know what 1 costs. So I divide that by 60 and I get, don't know if I like that answer, so I'm going to check it again, which is always good to do with your calculator. And now I messed up that time. Sorry about that. Okay, so we got 0.581. But now we don't know yet. We've got to do them all. So let's do 32.48 divided by 50. Maybe that's cheaper. Who knows? That's 0.64. Well, we know 0.649 is more expensive than 0.581, so it can't be that one, right? And then we have 30 for 1860. And that's 0.62. Okay, again, can't be that one. Still not as cheap as 0.581. And then we have 20 for $12.99. So 20 into $12.99. Ooh, even more expensive. 0.649. So nope. Obviously, this one is the correct answer. The one that's 60 sheets for $34.88. There is no shortcut to doing this problem. You just have to grab a calculator and find the unit rate for each one of them. I wish there was a shortcut because, not always is it going to be like, well, which one is giving you the most stuff. That's not always going to be the right answer, so you just have to do them all. Okay, let's go on to number 15. Number 13. It says Jana worked 4 days a week for 8 hours each day. She earned a total of $392. What was her hourly rate? Boy, this test really likes unit rate, right? So first off, how many hours did she work? Well, she worked 4 days times 8 hours per day, so she worked 32 hours. So now we know what the total was, but we want to know how much did she make per hour. So unit rate per hour. Again, how do you figure it out? Well, you just take how much she makes and divide it by the 32 hours she works. 392 divided by 32, she makes $12.25 an hour. Okay, so again, how do we figure it out? It's just unit rate. Take the total, divide it by the number of hours, and you'll find that unit rate. Okay, let's go on. Number 16. Whoa, I don't want to move the page. I want to move the whole thing. Okay, is there a proportional relationship based on this situation? Amazon is selling one iPhone charger for $15 with no delivery fee. Well, how much does one iPod charger cost? $15. How much for two? $30. How much for three? $45. Right? So one is 15, one is 15, two is 30, three is 45, dot, dot, dot. Yes, that's proportional. Will it go through 0, 0? Well, how much would zero chargers cost? They would cost $0, right? So that is definitely proportional. Now, if they charged a delivery fee, that could be a whole nother story because you would never go through 0, 0. Okay, moving on. And remember that constant of proportionality just means is it always multiplied every time by the same number. 1, 15, 2 times 15, 30, 3 times 15, 45. That's what they mean by the constant of proportionality. Let's go on to question 15. Is there a proportional relationship based on the graph? God, I love these easy questions. It's a straight line and it starts at 0, 0. So yes, there is a constant of proportionality. Okay, so let's go on. Question number 16. Which of the following tables represents a proportional relationship between x and y of a ratio of 3 to 15? Well, if do it every time. If 3 is 15, that means 1 would be what? Right? Loop, circle, 15 divided by 3. So we have a 1 to 5 relationship. 1 to 5, 2 to 10, 6 times 5 is 30, 5 times 8 is 40. That looks like it's a relationship that works. Now, let's look at the other ones. 3 to 1, no, come on. Right? 6 to 2, that can't work. 2 to 10, well, that's a 1 to 5. 5 to 15, that's a 1 to 3. Can't be right. 2 to 6, come on, it's not even 1 to 5. Okay? 3 to 5 means we have a 1. 3 to 15 means we have a 1 to 5 relationship. If we have a 1 to 5 relationship, table 1 is the only one that's going to work. See, so important that you can figure out what's the unit rate. What is it for one thing? Ooh, didn't want to do that. Okay, let's move on. Question 17. It says Josh makes $10 an hour shoveling snow. I'm not sure I would shovel snow for $10 an hour. Which of the following tables represents the proportional relationship between hours spent shoveling snow and the money he earns? Gosh, they're going to give us all kinds of these. Well, it's 1 to 10, right? It's 10 hours. It's 1 hour for $10, right? If it's 1 hour for $10, right? 2 is 10, 3 is, wait a minute, it's 1 to 10. How can we have 2 to 10? Can't be right. 3 to 30, 6 to 60, 9 to 90. Sounds like a 1 to 10 to me. 10 to 2, not 1 to 10. Ooh, 3 to 30, that one works. Oh, but it's backwards because X is hours spent shoveling and Y is money. Notice these two tables are exactly the same, except you gotta read the question, right? It says snow X and money earned is Y, right? So if the X is the hours, that's 3, 6, 9 for 30, 60, 90. This is the correct answer, and this one is backwards. Got to read the question. Otherwise, easy to make that mistake. I know it's easy to make that mistake. I almost made it. Okay, let's keep going. I think we got about 10 more questions. Oh, I'm going to hit that first this time, not mess up. Okay, number 18. Ooh, another, I love graphs. The graph below shows a relationship between cups of pasta on the X, right? And cups of sauce on the Y-axis, right? So what's our relationship? Well, it looks like we have 1 on the X and 2 on the Y, right? 1 to 2. Oh, let me write that as an actual 1, 2. And then we have, except it's hard for me to read it, so let's get rid of that little line there. We have 2 to 4, 2 to 4. And we have 3 to 6. And it says, which of these, it says below is a relationship of pasta, which table represents a 1 to 2 relationship? So that's what we're looking for, right? We know right away it's a 1 to 2 relationship. So 1 cup of pasta, 2 cups of sauce. Well, this is a 2 to 1 relationship, right? Because we have twice as much pasta for half as much sauce. No. This one is a 1 to 1 relationship because we have 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4. That's a 1 to 1 relationship. Here we have cups of pasta, 2, to cups of sauce, 1. But we want the other way around. We want a 1 cup of pasta to 2 cups of sauce. Well, 2 to 4, 3 to 6, 4 to 8. There we go. There's our answer. Okay, again, you look at the graph, you figure out what they're telling you. The X is 1, the Y is 2. So we're looking for a 1 to 2 relationship. There you go. And that's question 18. Let's keep going. We don't have very many more to go, I hope. Okay, 21. Well, let's read through this. It says the animal shelter uses 3 cans of cat food. Do it every time. 3 cans of cat for every 5 cans of dog. And that's dog food and cat food, not cans of dog and cans of cat. That would be weird. If a proportional relationship exists, if I have 9 cans of cat food, so I have 3 to 5, I want to know if I have 9, what do I have here? Again, it's just little in circle, right? Or what is this? This is times 3. So what's this going to be? Times 3. So what's the answer? 15. What's the answer the other way? 45 divided by 3, 15. Either way, you get 15 as your answer. So 15 is what we're looking for. Okay, let's go on to cat number 20. The table below represents the relationship between packs of cookies. Ooh, great. Now they're going to make me hungry. Let's get rid of all of this so we can answer this question. Okay, so the table below represents the relationship between packs of cookies and number of cookies. Packs to cookies. Okay, determine and describe the unit rate for the number of cookies per pack. Boy, they love unit rate. So we have 4 to 24, right? So how many cookies are in each pack? Well, if there are 24 cookies in 4 packs, we take 24, we divide it by 4, and we get, for every pack, there are 6 cookies. Pretty easy, right? 4 times 6, 24. 6 times 6, 36. 8 times 6, 48. Pretty simple to figure that one out. Excellent. Let's keep going. We're almost there. Okay, question number 23. Determine the slope. Ooh, finally we get the slope. Yay, I love slope. Okay, let's talk about it. Determine the slope m and select the correct equation written in the form y equals mx. So y equals mx. Okay, so m is going to be the slope based on these 2 points. Well, we have 2, 4. Did it again. We have 2, 4, and we have 4, 8. And we know anytime you write these down, it's always x first, y second. And we know that slope is the change in y, so the change in y, 8 minus 4, over the change in x, 4 minus 2. How much did the y change? It changed by 4. How much did the x change? It changed by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So we know the slope has to be 2. So in y equals mx, m is the slope. We know the slope is 2. Only one of these has a y equals 2x. Excellent. First slope question, and we're done with it. Change of y over the change in x. Slope. How steep is the line? Well, how do you find it? You find the change over the rise over the run. The change in the rise, y, over the change in the run, x. Okay, which graph represents a proportional relationship with an ordered pair of 1, -2, and a slope of -2? Well, let's look at this and let's get rid of some graphs. First off, we know it's a proportional relationship. Can't be that question. We know it's a proportional relationship. Can't be that question. Right? Neither one of those graphs are proportional. They don't go through 0, 0. So the other two do. We're looking for a slope of -2, but we're looking for something that goes through 1, -2. Well, let's go back to graphs in general. We're looking for something that goes through the x of 1 and the y of -2, which means 1, -2, right, is found in this quadrant. There's only one place that I find 1, a positive 1, and a -2, and that's in this graph. Excellent. We are almost there. Stick with me. Check your answers. Make sure you're ready for this test. We've got like 1, maybe 2 more questions to go. Okay. Which graph represents the equation y equals 2x? Well, we know it has to be a slope of 2, right? So that for every change of y, we have a slope of 2, which means there's going to be a change of 2y over 1x, right? So x is going to change by 1, y is going to change by 2. Now I'm going to make this bigger because I think it's the only way we're going to be able to see this. So I'm going to bring these things over here, and we're looking for a change of x of 1 and a y of 2. So let's take a look at this very first graph. Okay, so here's a change from 0 to 1. Does that go up to 2? No, it doesn't. Here, we have a change of 1 for a change of 1. This is 1 to 1. This one, here's a change of 1 that goes to 2, 2 that goes to 4, 3 that goes to 6. Oh, that's a change of 2 up for every 1 to the right. This one, for a change of 1, we get 3. We don't want that. Okay, so the only one that changes x by 1 goes from 0 to 1, right? It goes from 0 to 1, and it goes from 0 to 2, right? It goes from, 0, 0 to, oh, I messed that up. Okay, it goes from 0, 0, right? That's the first point. Then the next point would be 1, 2. A change of 2 over a change of 1. Sorry about that. That's a lot of stuff. Well, that's a lot of stuff for that question. Okay. Oh, please, not a whole bunch more. Oh, we got to go the other direction. Here we go. Okay, number 26. Okay, is there a proportional relationship based on this situation? A taxi charges $30. $30. I can't read either. Okay, a taxi charges $3 plus 50 cents a mile. That can't be proportional. Because if you don't go any miles, if you just get into the cab, it's going to cost you $3. So that means it's going to start at 0.3. If it just cost 50 cents a mile, it would be proportional. But because they charge you to get in the cab, you are not at 0, 0. Therefore, can't be proportional. Excellent. I really believe there's not very much left. Matter of fact, this is the last question. Okay, what is the slope of this line? Well, let's make it easy. Okay, we got 1, 3. Okay, we've got 1, 3, and we got 0, 1. What's the change in our y? So we want y over x. So we have a change of 2 over a change of 1. That's all there is to it. It's right there. Right? You could use the other one. You got 2, 5 and 1, 3. Well, what's the change in y? 2. What's the change in x? 1. What's the slope? 2. Okay, hope you guys got all of this. This was the entire study guide. I know it was long. I know this took a while. I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. I don't know why that's there. I got to get rid of it. Okay. Get rid of that. And I don't know what happened to my thing, but I'm hoping it actually did this. Let's find it.